Welcome to Everything Football and welcome to the Match Day 2 Champions League Fantasy Tips Show. In this one, as always, we will be going through my team selection, my current team selection for Match Day 2, the best captains for Match Day 2, and also the match predictions for this match day. And finally, the best Benzema replacements, another addition to today's video. Obviously, Benzema is injured. A lot of people had Benzema, more than 40% had Benzema, so people will be looking for replacements. So, as always, let me know how your team is looking and let me know your predictions or which predictions you disagree with. And that is the first topic that we are going to be starting with today. Match predictions. How do I feel about match day 2? Which teams do I think will pull off some surprises and which teams do I think will win big? So let's start with the first game of the week, which will be Sporting against Tottenham. So I think we have to take into consideration that the likes of Tottenham have rested this week. The English teams have not played because the games were postponed. Tottenham kept a clean sheet in match day 1. Sporting kept a clean sheet in match day 1. Sporting winning by 3 goals away. Tottenham winning by 2 goals at home. I think it's going to be a very tight one. I actually don't think there'll be a winner in this one. I am going to go for Sporting 1 and Tottenham 1, a 1-1 draw there, in the game. I don't think it will be a bad result for Tottenham away from home. And for Sporting as well, drawing against Tottenham, I guess Tottenham is like the biggest team in that group. So drawing with them is not bad at all. And if they can draw and the other teams drop more points, then this would be the two teams that will go through from what they expect. The second game will be Pilsen against Inter Milan. Pilsen had a tough day in the first game against Barcelona. Inter Milan, again, as well, had a tough day against Bayern Munich, both teams losing. But I think Inter Milan will bounce back in this one, and I'm going to go. It's not going to be an easy win. I'm going to go for Inter Milan to win that game by 2-1 away from home. And then the next game will be Marseille, again with Frankfurt, both teams losing in match day 1. Marseille, well, unlucky, they went down to 10 men. I'm pretty sure they would at least taken a point from that game if they went down to 10 men. I think they'll win this one by 2-1. 2-1 to Marseille. The next game will be Bayern against Barcelona. What a match. This is a big one. This is a massive one. Of both teams winning in match day 1. Lewandowski traveling to his former team. That will be very interesting. And I think Bayern Munich will win, but I think it's going to be a very close game. So if you actually have Lewandowski, I think he's going to actually score in this match day. He has a big chance of scoring, especially if they get a penalty and stuff. I'm going to go for a high-scoring game. Bayern Munich 3, Barcelona 2 for me. That in that one. Leverkusen, Atletico Madrid. Leverkusen, in the first match day, they didn't score against Club Brugge. Atletico Madrid got a very late win against Porto. I think Leverkusen will lose this one again, and I'm going to go for Atletico Madrid to win this by 2-1. 2-1 to Atletico Madrid. And then the next game will be Porto and Club Brugge. Porto, again, down to 10 men against Atletico Madrid. They would have probably collected something from that game if they defended the corner. And Club Brugge is a very good win at home. I think their home form is what is going to depend on whether they're going to go through or go to the Europa League or finish bottom of their table. I think they'll really need to depend on their home form against Porto and Atletico Madrid next up. I think in this one they'll lose, but it won't be a heavy loss. So 2-1 to FC Porto. The next game is Rangers against Napoli. Rangers had a tough day in the opening match against Ajax, and Napoli, my goodness, they would have scored 7 or 8 goals against Liverpool. And I'm thinking they're going to carry that form into this game. I'm going to go for Napoli win, but Rangers to get a couple of goals. So I'm going to go for Rangers 2, Napoli 3. Rangers will probably get 2 goals for their fans. They'll not play as badly as they did away from home. Liverpool, Ajax. Now, Liverpool, as I said, they would have conceded 7 or 8 in the first match day, and Ajax scored 4. I'm actually going to go for a Liverpool win, but a very close one. I'm thinking draw, but I'm going to go for Liverpool to win this one by 2-1. I think they'll really need this win, and I think Klopp will get the boys to win it for him. And then on Wednesday, Shakhtar against Celtic. Shakhtar, what a win away from home against Leipzig. Celtic, is the quality they face against Real Madrid. They know it's too much quality. I'm actually going to go for a draw in this one. I'm going to go for Shakhtar 2, Celtic 2. And then Milan against Dinamo Zagreb. I think this is a direct win for Milan. Dinamo Zagreb, very good result against Chelsea. And Milan as well drew against Salzburg. So I say direct, but I think it's going to be closer than direct. So I'm going to actually go for Milan 2, Dinamo Zagreb 1. Maccabi Haifa against PSG. Now, this one will be direct. I think Maccabi Haifa will probably lose heavily. And I'm going to go for PSG 5, Maccabi Haifa 0. Yep. So if you don't have Mbappe, name all these guys, it could be a feasting day for them. Juventus and Benfica. I'm actually going to go for a draw in this one. Benfica picking up a win against Maccabi Haifa and Juventus losing closely against PSG. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw there. I don't think this is the Juventus from 4 or 5 years ago. I think Benfica can pick up something in that one. Copenhagen against Sevilla. Both teams, Sevilla losing in the first day, Copenhagen losing in the first day. I'm going to go for another draw here. I don't actually think Sevilla will win it. I'm going to go for Copenhagen 1, Sevilla 1. Man City, Dortmund. Funny enough, Dortmund won in the first match day, but as I'm recording this, they just lost by 3 goals against Leipzig in their league, and Man City did not play. They're fresh to go, and I think Man City will get a big win here. I think Dortmund will get a couple of goals, but I'm going to go for Man City 4, Dortmund 2. And then the last 2 games of the week, Real Madrid against Leipzig. Leipzig, as I just say, they beat Dortmund 3-0 after back-to-back, conceding 4 goals in back-to-back games against Frankfurt and Shakhtar. And Real Madrid not having Benzema, I think they will still win, but I think Leipzig will get a goal in this one. Hopefully they do get a goal because they don't have any Real Madrid defenders. I'm going to go for Real 3, Leipzig 1. And then Chelsea against Salzburg, really tough one. Would have preferred to see how they would have done with their new manager over the weekend, but the game was postponed. So this is the manager's first game. Will Sterling start? Will Aubameyang start? Will he play a back 5? Will he switch to a back 4? That still has to be seen. But I'm going to go for Chelsea to win by 2-1. It's going to be a close one there. But Chelsea to pick up their first win of the Champions League season. So those are my predictions. Sporting 1, Tottenham 1, Pilsen 1, Inter Milan 2, Marseille 2, Frankfurt 1, Bayern Munich 3, Barcelona 2, Leverkusen 1, Atletico Madrid 2, SC Porto 2, Club Brugge 1, Rangers 2, Napoli 3, Liverpool 2, Ajax 1, Shakhtar 2, Celtic 2, Milan 2, Dinamo Zagreb 1, Paris to pick up a big win away to Maccabi Haifa by 5-0. Benfica to get a draw away to Juventus 1-1. Same results between Copenhagen and Sevilla. Man City 4, Dortmund 2. Real Madrid to get their second win of the campaign 3-1. And Chelsea to pick up their first win of the Champions League season by 2-1. So those are my match day 2 predictions. Let me know which ones you agree with, which ones you disagree with. Next up, I will go to how my team is looking. I already did a team selection video. The link will be in the description for all the videos if you want to check them out. So I have not made any changes, but I'll tell you guys what I am thinking as of now. So currently, I do have Nuno Tavares, Hakimi, Meya, and Cancelo at the back, and then Chilwell on the bench. I have Royce, Bergwijn, Kvaratskhelia, Florentino, and Kunku in midfield, Haaland, Mbappe, and Neymar. So Mbappe already came into my team for the injured Benzema, and the second transfer will probably be Kunku out for someone else. So I'm still thinking whether to bring in Foden of Man City or to bring on Modric of Real Madrid. Those are my 2 options. Or if things go well between here and Monday, or any of those players miss out or anything like that, it could be Luis Diaz, but I'm really definitely thinking of Foden and obviously the Real Madrid player because I think they'll win heavy, both of them. Right now, I have Nuno Tavares, Adan, Kvaratskhelia, Bergwijn playing on the Tuesday. So I was really thinking about, and May as well, thinking about bringing a player who's playing on the Tuesday, mostly a Tottenham midfielder like what is his name? His name is the guy who Richarlison plays instead. Literally, his name has disappeared from my head, but you know him, Kulusevski. That is his name, man. It's a hard name. Let's be honest, it's a hard name. I'm thinking about Kulusevski from Tottenham. I've been thinking whether to wait for the team news for Inter to get their player in on that day as well. I was thinking about Napoli's penalty taker, Zielinski as well. Probably any of those players, but I'll have to wait and see. This will probably be made on Tuesday. This transfer will not be made until the Tuesday deadline stream, so make sure to join me for that one. So that is how my team is looking. And if I go with this team, let's go to how which captains I will pick. So for my team, on Tuesday, I'm able to pick a differential, so I can go for Kvaratskhelia or I can go for someone like a Nuno Tavares if I preferred. Listen, if he can pick up recovery points and they keep a clean sheet and maybe he's already gotten a couple of attacking returns, it's risky, but it's the first day. Even if he doesn't return, I just know the next day I have Haaland, Mbappe, Neymar to choose from. Last week it was different because all the big players were playing on the Tuesday and then the likes of Nuno Tavares were playing on the Wednesday, so he couldn't really risk. But this time around, the differential players are playing on the Tuesday, so I can go for any one of them. But Kvaratskhelia is a realistic option. And then for your teams, the guys that I don't have in terms of captaincy, Tuesday, best captain, I'm thinking Leroy Sané against Barcelona. That could be an option. That even could be an option for my team if I prefer to bring in Sané or any of their midfielders. Again, Liverpool, let's not forget about Salah. I mean, Liverpool will wake up at some point. I think Salah could still be a good captain. In terms of differentials, Zielinski away at Rangers or Kane away at Sporting, that could be great as well. In terms of Wednesday captains, we know already Haaland up against his former team Dortmund. I think he'll go crazy in that one. And then Mbappe against Maccabi Haifa. Now, some people would say Neymar. I still think they both will do well, and if one scores, it's probably going to be the other one assisting. So any of those two players could be good. And then obviously Real Madrid with Vinicius up against Leipzig. For Chelsea, I wouldn't pick any of their players right now because they're not sure who's going to be playing with their new manager. And I think that is it. I don't think we should be going for any differentials on Wednesday. So those are the captains that I prefer for Tuesday and Wednesday for match day 2. And the next topic is the best Benzema replacements. Now we know Benzema is out injured. In match day 1, most people had 2 premium strikers and 1 cheaper striker, and some people had 3 top strikers. I don't think there's anyone who had only 1 top striker and 2 differential strikers. So in case you didn't already have Mbappe, I think that is a direct switch to Benzema right away. Same price, 11 million, direct sub there, transfer. If you already had Mbappe and Haaland, then I think Neymar could be a good option because he's cheaper than all those 3 PSG strikers or the other 2. Listen, if you already have 2 players in terms of PSG and you don't want any of their defenders and you don't want Haaland, maybe you have their midfielders or defenders, I actually think Messi is not a bad option. This year, this calendar year, he has more assists than both Mbappe and Neymar. So Messi can still deliver in terms of assists. He's heading to 20. I think he's actually like top in terms of assists this whole year anywhere in the top 5 leagues. So Messi is really good at that. Let's not forget about him as well. Very, very good option. But Mbappe, Neymar, any of those guys, if you don't have them, you can bring them in. And then if you want a cheaper striker and you want to improve on your midfield, you can go for someone like a Leao playing at home against Dinamo Zagreb from AC Milan. I think that could be a good option. I don't think this zone we have too many cheap strikers that are worth it at all. It's very, very differential, really, when a lot of premium strikers, really good premium strikers like Lewandowski. As I said, I think Lewandowski is going to score against Bayern Munich. So if you wanted to get him in, targeting the other fixtures when they face Victoria Pilsen again, or if you want to play a wildcard in match day 3, I don't think Lewandowski is bad for this match day, but I think Haaland, Mbappe, and Neymar are going to deliver more. So those are the best Benzema replacements: Leao, Mbappe, Neymar, any of those guys from PSG. I think PSG will go harm in that fixture. But maybe you don't want to use your transfers. Maybe you want to play a chip this week. If you want to play your limitless video and you need ideas, click on the video on the left. And if you want to play your wildcard and you need other ideas, click on the video on the right. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch up with you on the next.